So you want to visit the Statue of Liberty in New York City, huh? Well, you've come to the right place, because this is your complete travel guide to show you what to do. From the free of charge Staten Island Ferry to one of the amazing Liberty Island tour packages that will take you inside the statue itself. And we'll also visit Ellis Island just to round off our trip. If you're ready for a fun, exciting, bucket list worthy adventure, then keep on watching. Today, we're going inside one of the most famous attractions in the world, the Statue of Liberty. I'm going to show you all the best ways to see the Statue of Liberty and how to explore nearby Ellis Island. So whether you're a first-time visitor or a seasoned New Yorker, this guide has something for everyone. Firstly, there's different ways that you can see the Statue of Liberty, and each one offers a unique experience. So be sure to pick the one that suits your needs and your budget. The most obvious way is to see Lady Liberty for free from the Staten Island Ferry. This is the commuter boat that runs from the island of Manhattan to Staten Island and is used by thousands of New Yorkers every day to commute to work. Because it's free, it's a fantastic option if you're on a budget. The ferry runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you don't need a ticket to use the Staten Island Ferry. Simply walk through the terminal and wait for the doors to open to board the boat. It can get quite crowded, so please bear this in mind. Once you get on the boat, try and get a spot on the right side of the ferry, as this will be the side facing the Statue of Liberty. You get a lovely view of Manhattan from this side, and eventually the Statue of Liberty will come into view. When I went, I ended up having this lovely sunset experience, so that was cool. Eventually, this goes past the statue and onto Staten Island. And if you have no interest in exploring Staten Island itself, you can literally jump on the same boat back and take a second look. Apologies for the poor footage here, by the way. I shot this with my mobile phone at night. Whilst it's fantastic that it's free of charge, the problem with the Staten Island Ferry is that you don't get anywhere near the actual Statue of Liberty itself. If you do want to get a bit closer and explore it up close and personal, you'll need to book with a company called Statue City Cruises. They are the only company that has tours going to the Statue of Liberty, and you'll need to book directly on their website. They offer 3 packages. The first is general admission, which includes access to Liberty Island and Ellis Island, Pedestal Reserve access, which allows you access into the pedestal of the Statue of Liberty, but the best ticket that you can possibly get is the Crown Reserve access tickets, which costs exactly the same as a pedestal access ticket, except that you actually get to climb inside the Statue of Liberty itself. However, there are only 200 spaces available per day, and Crown access tickets sells out months in advance. So if I were you, I would try and book the Crown Reserve access tickets after you finish watching this video, because it is amazing and the tickets do go by very quickly. I got lucky. I managed to snag the last Crown Reserve ticket for one day whilst I was in New York, and that's what I'll be showing you in this video. Once you've booked your tickets online, you'll need a physical ticket to go on the actual boat. You'll need to come here to Battery Park, which is on the south side of Manhattan, and you'll need to come here to Castle Clinton, as this is where the ticket offices are. Once you've shown your confirmation, you'll be given the relevant coloured wristband and ticket. And obviously, if you haven't bought your ticket yet, this is the place to do that. Once you have your ticket and coloured wristband, you'll need to go onto the boat itself, which is a few hundred yards away. This is the point where you'll be security screened and then put on the boat. The Statue City Cruises boats sail a lot closer to the Statue of Liberty than the Staten Island Ferry, so this in itself is probably just about worth the extra expense. And it's not long before you land on Liberty Island. With every ticket package, you get a free of charge audio guide, which you can pick up at this booth right here, and it's available in several languages. If you just have a general admission ticket, you can walk around the Statue of Liberty and learn all about its history using the audio guide, as well as these printed signs. You get some amazing views of the statue and of the island of Manhattan across the water. You can get some amazing photos and videos of the Statue of Liberty just from standing down here. And I like the fact that people here get into the spirit of things and are dressed the part. Especially this lady in green right here with the headdress and the complete costume. Very, very cool. Included in every ticket package is access to the Statue of Liberty Museum. It's really a fantastic exhibit. It highlights the amazing history of the statue, how it ended up here in the first place, and what the statue means to the world. You get a cool movie about its history, some of the tools used for making the statue, some of the spare unused bits, and what's really interesting is the fact that the statue was originally copper coloured. But due to the weather and oxidation, it's now the famous shade of green that we know it as today. It's very interactive. You can have your picture taken and it appears on the giant screens here. You'll see the actual face up close and personal. And the most famous piece in the museum is the original torch that the Statue of Liberty used to hold when it was first built. It's been updated to the one that we currently see now, but this is the original. If you've bought Pedestal or Crown Reserve access tickets, you'll need to lock up your belongings in this locker right here, as they don't allow large bags inside. When you walk around the inside of the pedestal, it's another fantastic exhibit and you'll learn about the construction of the pedestal and the forts that it sat on top of. Now you can wait for a lift to take you to the top of the pedestal, but I couldn't really be bothered waiting in this long line, so I took the stairs. It was definitely a hefty climb. When you get to the top of the pedestal, you've got this fantastic view of New York City. And if you look up, you literally realise that you're stood underneath Lady Liberty herself. It's pretty surreal to know that you're right next to her foot, and it gives you some very unique photo and video opportunities. But for those of you who are lucky enough to have snagged Crown Reserve access tickets, you'll need to come to the top of the pedestal, show your ticket and wristband, which they then remove from you, and then you have to start the long climb up. It's pretty tight up here, and if you drop anything, it's basically lost forever into the base of the statue. So please keep your possessions secure at all times. When you get to the top of the Statue of Liberty's head, you'll see that it's actually really small. It's probably no bigger than a storage cupboard. There's definitely a lot less space up here than you think. And in the summer months, this can be incredibly hot. It's amazing to see out of the crown, gaze up at the sky and her arm holding the Torch of Liberty, but admittedly, the views aren't fantastic, but it's the fact that you're actually inside the Statue of Liberty's head. That's the cool thing about it. You're only allowed 5 minutes up here, so it's just enough time to take a few photos or selfies, and then literally climb all the way back down, before you die of heat stroke. Before you leave Liberty Island, I highly recommend that you visit the gift shop, as you can buy lots of themed paraphernalia and goods. When you're done, hop back on the boat and it will take you to the next destination, the Ellis Island National Museum of Immigration. For those of you who don't know, Ellis Island is the famous island where millions of migrants came to the United States and were processed right here in this building. It's a place of immense historical importance to millions of Americans, and the fact that you get to go around it is bloody amazing. There's many exhibits highlighting what it means to be an American citizen, and why most of the world wants to come here to start a new life. It's also here where I managed to accidentally pass the American citizenship test, so hopefully I'll be receiving my passport shortly. The whole place is a giant history lesson. You'll find out how people emigrated here, the lives they left behind, what they had to do to become an American citizen, and what happens if they were ever rejected. Some of the stories are incredibly triumphant, and some of them are heart-wrenchingly sad. The most famous room here at Ellis Island is the Registry Room. This is the room that decided the fate of millions of people, and it's in here that you can reenact what it would have been like to be an immigrant coming to the United States for the first time. and these two girls were having a lot of fun doing that. Even though it's effectively a museum piece nowadays, you can literally feel the reverence and the history when you're walking around this great hall. You'll also get to see the hearing room, where, if you've been rejected by the United States, you get one final shot in this room to become an American citizen. It's an insightful look as to the lives of millions of immigrants who now form the fabric of the United States of America. Once you've finished with that, hop back on the boat and it will take you back to Battery Park where we started this morning. There is one other way of seeing the Statue of Liberty, and that's from up high. There are lots of helicopter tours companies operating around New York City, but the company I recommend is Fly Nyon. They're famously the company that does the tours with the doors wide open, and if you want to know what that's like, check out my previous video here if you're interested, because quite frankly, it's freaking amazing. But however you see the Statue of Liberty, I highly recommend it. Definitely add this to your travel bucket list if you are indeed interested in American history, or if you just want something cool to do here in New York. Okay Nin, I'm sold. What do I need to do? Well, you need to come here to New York City, specifically here to Battery Park. The two nearest subway stations are Bowling Green and South Ferry. If you just want to see the statue for free using the Staten Island Ferry, that's easy enough. All you need to do is come to the Staten Island Ferry terminal, jump on a boat, and, well, there it is. It's literally that simple. If you want a better experience, book with Statue City Cruises on their website. I highly recommend booking as early as you can and buying at least a Pedestal reserve ticket. If you are lucky enough to get Crown reserve tickets, that really is the best deal, as it costs exactly the same as a Pedestal ticket, but you get additional access to the inside of the Statue of Liberty. Remember, they only allow 200 per day, so you need to book this fast. Book online using the website and collect your tickets right here at Castle Clinton, which you'll find a few hundred yards away from the boat terminal. And I should point out that you can also choose to take your cruise from New Jersey instead, and these will be listed on the website as well. The cost? Very reasonable actually. The Staten Island Ferry is obviously free, and the Statue City Cruises, which includes both Liberty and Ellis Island, are around $25, so it's definitely massive value for money for a full day out. Is there anything else I need to know? Yes. As you can imagine, being New York, everywhere is incredibly security conscious for obvious reasons. You'll go through airport-style security before boarding any boat, so please bear this in mind. If you do book through Statue City Cruises and you've paid for your ticket, unfortunately there are no refunds or exchanges. So if you've bought a Pedestal reserve ticket and then a Crown reserve ticket magically becomes available, you won't be able to exchange it. You'll just have to buy a completely different ticket. Flying a drone around the Statue of Liberty is a huge no-no, not only because it's technically forbidden, but it's also because of the amount of helicopter traffic that buzzes around the statue. So, unless you've got all the relevant permissions and permits, and you've cleared your flights with the FAA, I would highly advise against taking a drone here. I recommend that you tour around Liberty Island in the morning, so that you've got enough time to explore the island, go around the museum, go into the Statue of Liberty, and still have enough time for lunch and to go around the Ellis Island Museum. And finally, if you are coming to New York, be sure to check out my future New York City guide right here. It's possibly the most helpful travel guide on YouTube, if I do say so myself. If you have found this video guide helpful, please be sure to like, share and subscribe. Comment on that comment section below, and if you've got any other bucket list ideas you want me to do, tweet them at me, and if I get enough of those suggestions, I'll probably make a video about it. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Everyone's a little faster.
Congratulations, you passed the citizenship test.
Either have general admission, and there goes the helicopter ruining my audio. Just give me a second. This is probably going to happen all day, isn't it?